So, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having an awesome Friday. I hope you got your wine. Come on in, Felicia, Clarence. So, I have my laptop today so that I don't miss any comments. So, I can see all the comments on my laptop. So, someone chime in and tell me if my music is too loud. Christopher, my bell. I'm about to tell y'all. Suzanne. Okay, I see comments here. Okay, so the music's not too loud. Mugler, fly away. Let me write that down. So, first, I wanted to talk about the comments and how the comment thing works because I honestly want to answer everyone's comments always and answer the questions. But on the live feed, the way that it works is that once the live feed goes off, you can't get the comments back. So if you guys ask me a question and I miss it, I don't see it, come back after the live feed and put it in the comments, and that way I'll see it. I don't know why YouTube is like that, but they just, once the live feed goes off, I guess the comments go to a special place. So, Ted King, hey, how you doing? Long time no see. Hey, Risa, catch my whiff. Is anybody drinking wine tonight or any other cocktail or orange juice or pineapple juice? What are y'all drinking tonight? Thank you. Oh, you know what? Apothic Red. I saw that in the store today, SD Parks, and I almost got that. Is it good? I saw two different kinds. Is that a good wine? ASAW, you have to check the live comments box. They're still there. Okay, I'll have to make sure I find those. All right, I'm gonna get that wine because I saw it today. I saw two different kinds of it, and I just was like, oh, I don't know. So yeah, I think it was like $11. So I'm gonna check that out definitely. So real quick, you guys keep asking me, the ladies, about my skincare routine, and I was like, you guys are gonna be bored because I don't do a whole lot to my skin, which is probably the reason why it's still with me. But so my skincare routine is very simple. I I really do believe in drinking lots and lots of water and taking multivitamins because you have to be healthy from within. But as far as like cosmetics and things go, as far as cleansers, Purity by Philosophy is something that I've always used. I love this cleanser. It works great. It doesn't break me out because I have really sensitive skin at the same time. And then I use a toner, and this is Mario Badescu, and he's in Ulta. I just missed with this, but my moisturizer is gonna knock you guys down. You won't believe what moisturizer I use. It's $3 Pond's. That's it. This is it. Um, I use this every now and again. I use some shea butter. I use almond oil under my eyes. Like this is my bedtime box. So this has all my little stuff in it. And that's really it, you guys. So I haven't started doing fillers or anything along those lines because I'm afraid that those type of things you have to keep on top of. I haven't done a chemical peel. I haven't done any of that yet just because I'm scared, but that's really it. I just make sure I wash my makeup off. And if there's any young ladies listening, like when you're in your 20s, start being good to your skin then. Don't wait until, you get 40 to start trying to have a good skincare regimen. So cleanse your skin and tons of moisturizer. If you don't like Pond's, there's something else out there for you under $5. And Taffy J SPF. That's number one. SPF. So, um, that's basically it. I keep it real simple with my skin. Now, someone just asked me, let me go back and see, a fragrance for someone under 20 years old. And a fragrance for someone under 20. I think La Vie is a good fragrance for someone under 20 years old. Um, that's a nice fragrance. What Dahlia Devin? I love Dahlia Devin, but I think it's very young. Yes, FJ, I have Raj playing in the background. Raja Real Deep Too Cool is playing in the background tonight. So y'all can cop that on Amazon. And Joanne, you hate Pond's. I love it. I've used it for so long. I don't really know anything else to use. Chanel Chance. I like Chanel. Chanel Chance is good. I think that might be good for a 20-year-old. Juicy. I don't even recommend that for a 20-year-old. Y'all know how I feel about Juicy. But I mean, yeah, Juicy is good. It's fun. It's good. Um, Ariana Grande. I just saw, what are those? There's some new fragrances that they have in Ulta, and they look like they're in a juice box. And I smelled them, and when I smelled them, I thought to myself, wow, this smells like, it would be great for someone like in their 20s. And it doesn't smell horrible. It's really kind of nice, but just not something I would wear. Layla, you think Flower Bomb? I think Flower Bomb might not be sweet enough or fun enough for a 20-year-old. Cool water. And I love Aveeno as well. I like Aveeno's body lotion, actually. And my husband actually uses that. Catch My Whiff, Angel. I think Angel is a little mature. I find it to be just a little mature. I still love Angel. And I think when I was in my 20s, Angel was just a bit too much for me. So, and that's right. Any moisturizer over $20, it's a no for me. Oh, Layla, how could I forget that? Aqualina Pink Sugar. Definitely. And men love that. Men love Aqualina Pink Sugar. So, you guys saw my Messy Sexy video yesterday. And I think that I got something that might be a little nicer than that in the mail today. I like sweet pea for bedtime. Sweet pea is really nice for bedtime. So, has anyone ever smelled this? This is Maison Lancome Oud Bouquet. Thank you, Spice Rec 73. Um, if you haven't smelled this, This is definitely one to try. I really like this. Now, typically, if a fragrance had this kind of oud in it, I would say to someone who is oud shy, like, don't try that. But if someone who really doesn't care for oud asks me for a really nice special occasion fragrance, I would tell them to try this. But just don't smell yourself for about 35, 45 minutes. Cuz when the oud like fades away in this thing, it is like just so nice and sweet, and the praline and the rose is really light in there to me, but it's just that praline and that vanilla that are doing it for me with the oud in the background. I'm glad I picked this. I picked this only because I ordered Tonka Imperial from Bloomingdale's, and they failed to tell me that it wasn't in stock and it wouldn't ship until like the 11th of November. So I called them and I went a little, haywire, and they were like, "Well, do you want to choose something else?" And so I chose this one, and I'm so glad I chose this. Now, there's a 2014 version and there's a 2016 version, and I keep hearing that the 14 version is better, but people say it's sweeter, and I don't think I need it to be any sweeter than this. This is plenty for me. This is very sweet. Hey, Kayla Nicole. So it's a really nice one. I really like it. Joanne, I have lots of layered fragrances. I have just about every one of the single notes, like the peach, the vanilla, caramel, tuberose. Um, yes, it is. Ann V. Wheeler, B Layered, and Alexandria are the same people, from what I understand, because I guess Hani does the scents. So, hey Jolie. But yes, those are great for layering and blending your fragrances. I love those. Love those. I have Instagram. I'm Eva Monroe, and Christopher, don't judge me. I'm learning how to use it. I'm recruiting the help of my son for Instagram because I don't get Instagram. I really don't. So I do have it, and I'm trying to get better. I actually went on there today and accepted a lot of people's requests to follow me, and I followed a lot of people back. Um, yes, I talked about Fructus Virginis. How come I'm not an explorer? Well, I'll tell you, I just left that neck of the woods. And so if they would have had it about 3 weeks ago, I probably would have been there, but no one invited me. And so I'm here. Is that tonight? I thought it was like coming up pretty soon. But that's kind of the bad thing about living here in the Midwest. We just don't have things like that. Where up there they have those type of things all the time. So if it was at a time where I was traveling and I was in that neck of the woods, then I probably, if they would have invited me, I probably would have been there. So, but I'm sure that that is going to be lots and lots of fun. So, anyone got anything new and exciting this week? A fragrance that everyone loves that I hate. Oh, Baccarat Rouge 540. That's a fragrance that everybody loves, and I think I talked about it last week. I really don't like it. And Brie Jordan, I do. I have quite a a few Perfumes de Marley fragrances. I actually, but from the um women's line, I actually only have Athalia and Delana. Hey, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Yes, I only have two of their women's fragrances. But as far as the men's fragrances go, the Port Homes, I have Carlisle, Harrod, Leighton. I had Cologne, but I gave it away to a subscriber because I didn't really care for it. So I like Perfumes de Marley. Tuscan Leather. Hey, the Barefoot Bombshell. You all right? It's only 13 minutes in. We just getting started. So I talked a little bit about comments earlier, but um, oh, Christopher, you gonna be smelling good. I love Calumet Black. You're gonna love that. I think you're gonna love that. If you don't love that, I'll buy it from you. um, so I got actually. I don't know if you guys know. You don't really understand unless you do YouTube that there's actually like a lot of drama that comes with doing YouTube as well. And negative comments is definitely one of those things. But sometimes YouTube has different places where they put comments for some strange reason. So someone asked me a question and I didn't answer it in a timely fashion because of the fact that it actually went to comments to be reviewed. So if you leave a comment and you put a cuss word in there, sometimes YouTube just gets the comment and they put it right into comments to be reviewed because they think that you're trying to be mean, or they put it in spam. So don't cuss in the messages if you can help it, because sometimes I never see comments to be reviewed or I never see spam. Um so don't get upset, and if you look there and you left a comment but you don't see it, sometimes that's where the comment went to. Comments to be reviewed. SD Parks 357, I do too, but they don't like it. Oud Silk Mood is absolutely gorgeous. Um, and Rosebud Satin is too. I like satin a lot. Petey, I'm actually drinking my my favorite again, which is Riverboat Red. So, but next week I'm getting the one that I saw today and had a feeling that I should have got. Tabali Smoke Flowers, Eau de Parfum. And Spice Rack, what kind of fragrance is it? Hey, Fragrance Dog. Marilyn, I've been looking for some new perfumes. And so another thing I wanted to say about I've got a lot of questions about what fragrance groups to join and where to buy and where to, if I could give just one piece of advice to anybody who's new in here and they just start purchasing fragrances, like don't try to buy everything at one time. Like if you think about it, if you watch 5 YouTube reviewers and we're all drooling over 2 different perfumes every week and you running out trying to purchase those fragrances, it gets overwhelming. And this thing, I have seen this thing take some people down. So, choose, sample, decant. I say this all the time. Pick the ones that you love, the ones that you really love, and purchase those. Because honestly, if you only have 2 perfumes or 2 fragrances that you love, You're winning. That's how I feel. You are winning. Fragrance dog, I'm good. How are you? I haven't smelled Mancera Rose's Jasmine, but I love Rose's Vanille. Does Scandal by Night only come in the intense? Um, I think it does only come in the EDP. I haven't seen it in an EDT version. I could be wrong, but I haven't saw that yet. As far as Atelier goes, I I enjoy Clementine, California, but it's very fleeting on me. But it smells wonderful in the summertime. And there are only a few that I've had experience with. Sapphire Oud. But the one thing that I can say about them is I think that their fragrances are very affordable. Very affordable. Well, who is Primo's 500? So someone came to play in the chat room tonight. And I have not tried Stronger with You intensely. Is it better than the original Stronger with You? And Ann Taylor, thank you so much. Smells like a woman in a Japanese bar smoking a cigarette. Sounds weird, but it's alluring. Do perfumes expire? And you bought it off eBay. So the thing about buying it off eBay is you really never know how old it is, and then you never know if it's authentic. So that's those are the two things that you have to be concerned about. So if it smells like very weak alcohol, it could be fake. It could very well be fake. And you know, Christopher, I don't know why, but I haven't seen Stronger with You intensely anywhere in the store. So I'm gonna have to order that offline because where I purchased Because of You and Stronger with You, neither one of them have had the intense version of it. And yes, you have to keep your fragrances out of sunlight and away from heat. No purse sprays, decants. I say that all the time. All the time. Oh, I forgot. So I got another when I ordered Messy Sexy. I was trying to round out the numbers and make it an even number. Because, you know, ladies, like when we're in the store, it's like, well, I'm already here, so why not? Um, so I found this perfumes, and it's Clash Chlorophyll Gardenia. So this is a very green gardenia, like the most green gardenia fragrance I've ever smelled. This is new, it just came out, but they have like a lot of different fragrances on Lucky Scent. So this particular line. But this is I like this. This is nice. But it's very green and gardenia is just like in there, but very green, almost like a little bit metallic, but it's really nice. And they're only $30. So go on there and check these out because they have several different scents. And for $30, yesterday when I was playing in it, I could smell this all day. So I was like, for a $30 fragrance, that's not bad. Not bad at all. And well, someone asked me about fragrances that you get that you absolutely hate and what do you do with them? And aside from get rid of them, or sometimes you just have to put stuff away and you have to revisit it. And if you revisit it again later on and it seems like there's still something about it that you just don't dig, sometimes you can layer the fragrance with something that you really do enjoy wearing. So, my example of that is Mancera Wild Leather. Has anyone ever smelled this? This is leather, leather, leather. Nothing but leather. So when I first got this, I ordered it like blindly, and this smells like a pair of new leather boots or a new leather jacket. That's all it smells like. So I actually the Vanille Cafe fragrance that I had got from Sud Pacific, I lit with this, and it's actually it just totally changes the game with it. Totally. Okay, why we take me out the chat? Okay, so what to wear as a bride? Okay, I saw that last night, and I saw someone said portrait of a lady, or you said portrait of a lady. I wouldn't wear portrait of a lady on my wedding day. Um, I think on my wedding day, and you said you want to smell like a virgin, I would keep it really clean and really pretty. If you like florals, I would do a nice white floral fragrance. Like I talked about Oscar de la Renta Bella Blanca. I could see that being a beautiful wedding scent. Um, I would keep it really simple, something along those lines. I don't know how you feel about Amazing Grace, but I see that being the perfect wedding scent. If you want something sweeter, Chloe Nomad. Chloe Nomad is kind of growing on me. I actually took it out and dusted it off the other day. And um Karebo, when are you getting married? What month are you getting married in? Let me go back up in the. No, don't throw them away, Marilyn. Absolutely not. Store them properly. Hang on to them unless you never plan on using them again. But I I would never say throw them away. And if you've had them for many years, you would be surprised if you decided that you really don't want them anymore. Who would be willing to take them off of your hands? Yes, absolutely. Christmas, gift the scents that you don't like. Tom Ford for Men Extreme. Urko, is it Noir Extreme? Is that the one you're speaking of? And Catch My Whiff, Calvin Klein, that's like Shalimar for me because I talked about how Shalimar used to make me gag, but now I feel like it smells so grown up and so regal. So I guess as time goes on, our taste changes. Royal Essence, beautiful powdery white floral. Oh, 40 days from today. That's right around the corner. No portrait of a lady. Portrait of a lady is entirely too much. I'm going to send you some fragrances, a list of fragrances that I think would be really nice wedding fragrances. Yes, your fragrance taste will always change. JM must know this is a fragrance chat, not a thirst trap. Get them. What do funeral homes do with fragrances? That's interesting. I've never heard that. Well, thank you, African Export, and thank you for subscribing. I'm so curious to know what funeral homes do with fragrances. I wonder if they, well, I guess, you gotta smell like something laying there. I know one thing, they better scent me when I go. No doubt. Don't let me lay up there without smelling like something, and I mean something loud. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Is it Leisha? Leisha? You have to let me know. Keep me posted on which amouage scents that you like. Right, I will. Definitely. And that'll be right there on the first page. Tiziana Terenzi. Now, the only Tiziana Terenzi I have is Kirky. And and Kirky's a bit much for me. I I've got Kirky about, it's probably been about a year, maybe almost a year since I had um Kirky, but Kirky's a lot. Kirky is very masculine in my opinion. Tips on layering. I figure funeral homes use Febreze or Fabuloso. So tips for layering. I have a few. So my first tip on layering would be to like get familiar with the notes in your fragrances, because you want to know, like, when you get a fragrance and you decide that you want to layer and play around with this fragrance, I usually will spray the fragrance and see what it gives me in the top, see what it gives me in the mid, see what it does in the dry down of the fragrance. And that's how I decide what I'm actually going to layer the fragrance with. Um, we were talking about Alexandria's layering scents, those, or I'm totally obsessed with essential oils. So I keep my little, so I use these and I like to make like my own layering scents. And if you use essential oils, it also helps you get familiar with the notes in fragrances so you can figure out like what notes do you like, what notes don't you like. Sometimes you get a fragrance and something doesn't agree with you. And if you know that you don't like coriander, then the chances that you'll pick a fragrance with coriander are like slim to none. So, and then another thing to remember is always layer your a complex fragrance with a simple fragrance. So that means layer your heavy fragrance, lay that down first, and then lay the simple fragrance over the top of that fragrance. So that's like what I was telling you with Mancera Wild Leather. How this is definitely gonna be the complex heavy scent. And then I'm gonna lay down the, this is just vanilla. So you're gonna spray the vanilla over the top of it, because like I layer Oud Blue Notes with Eccentric '04. And the very first time I did it, I put Oud Blue Notes on first, and then I put Eccentric '04 over the top of it. And then the next time I did it, I switched it up, and it didn't smell any different at all. And I couldn't figure out why. But it was because your complex fragrance is always going to smother out your simple fragrance. So lay that down first and then put the heavy fragrance on top. And um like things of like are attracted to each other. So woodies layer well with woodies. Citruses layer well with citruses. So on and so forth. So three things I think that you can't go wrong with as far as layering goes having is a vanilla, a musk, and a citrus. Because vanillas add a creaminess and a sweetness to a fragrance when you're going to layer it. Musk gives a fragrance depth and adds spice, and citrus freshens up a fragrance. So if you think about like what are you trying to do? What am I trying to do? If I like this, I have this, I'm trying to sweeten this up because this is doing the most. So if I'm gonna sweeten it up, soften it up, I'll do that with vanilla. Or another one that I have for an example is New York Amber. I don't know what it is about New York Amber that I can't get with. And it's strange because it's close to Perfumista Avenue. It's kind of, but Perfumista has this thing, but this I can't wear it by itself. So I add something to make it a little more sweeter, a little creamier. So it's something, there's no right way and no wrong way to do it, but you have to just play around with it and get familiar with your fragrances and the notes in your fragrances. And it's very good to match your deodorant. I actually like unscented deodorant, but you don't want to have on like tropical scented deodorant and be wearing like a heavy gourmand type fragrance. So, and yes, New York Amber is beastly, but I don't know why I can't wear it on its own. The Fragrance Kitchen. Yes, definitely try the Fragrance Kitchen. I love their fragrances. Very underrated house, I think. African Export said the YouTube platform and social media. I totally get that. I have said that time and time again that if it gets to a point to where it gives me anxiety, you guys won't see me again. It's a lot. It can be a lot. So let me go back up here. Light and clean, citrus and floral, very sweet, and then stronger. That's a good way to organize too by and that also make it easier when you're thinking about layering a scent. JM, what am I wearing tonight? I thought you'd never ask. Oud Bouquet. I'm wearing Oud Bouquet, and I actually sprayed this on my hand, and it's really clowning out my Oud Bouquet. I don't know of a dupe for Oud Bouquet, but I think that if you wanted to get really close to what Oud Bouquet is doing, I would say Calumet Black. I really would. The only thing is, Calumet Black doesn't have the amount of sweetness in it in the dry down as Oud Bouquet does. Because I think the oud kind of stays with Calumet Black throughout. Swiss Arabian. Yes, Swiss Arabian fragrances. Queen, oh, Casablanca. Work club day. It's always interesting for me to see how people arrange their fragrances. That's always so interesting to me. I try to keep mine together by houses, but now my space is a major issue. Literally spray on top of the other. You can put absolutely. You don't have to. Layering also consists of like you can spray something on your neck and something on your wrist, something totally different on your wrist. It doesn't have to be one on top of the other. Or it can be like I was talking about last week, like a citrus body lotion with a sweet fragrance, or yeah, there's definitely a lot of different ways. Single note. Let me go back. Make it all. Yeah, single note shampoos. I use unscented Dove when I'm not going to be layering things together. That's unscented Dove and Eucerin. If I just I cuz neither one of those have a smell. So I know they won't clown my fragrance out. Shanghai Oud by Swiss Arabian. I keep hearing about that. I keep hearing. In fact, in on Fragrantica in the This Reminds Me of, I think that's actually in there for Oud Bouquet. Fragrances sold on Amazon and Groupon are things that need to be investigated. Ask a seller to send you a batch code, and if they do that with no problem, then and you check the batch code, then you're in like Flynn. But Amazon is supposed to, or they were supposed to, be totally against fakes. And it was supposed to be like they were not even supposed to have anything on Amazon that was a fake. And I saw a news story like this past summer where fakes were getting through on Amazon. So you used to be able to trust anything you got on Amazon, but that's not the case now. So again, I said people clone everything. Everything. Is Calumet Black unisex? Oh, absolutely. In fact, Calumet Black is a little manly. I actually know few women who wear Calumet Black in the fragrance groups and things. It's always the guys that rave about Calumet Black. Very few women I've seen. B9. That's fine. I have a sample of B9. And no, my husband is not a collector. Can you imagine that? That would be like we would be homeless. No, he is not. He is actually not into any of this. He does appreciate smelling new things, and he appreciates when I say, "Here, wear this. I got this for you." But he's not into any of this at all. Someone asked me what did I consider a masterpiece in my collection. I think I have two in my collection that I consider to be a masterpiece, and that's Interlude Woman and Creation E. Those are my two that I would in my collection that I would definitely say. Now, the most full bottle fragrance I own, Felicia, is actually my Roja Dove. And I talked about this in one of my videos. It was gifted to me. I actually didn't purchase it. The most expensive bottle of fragrance that I have purchased it was $400. So that's my cutoff there. And Rebecca Casablanca is absolutely, it is beautiful. Very sweet, very nice fragrance. I love Casablanca. It's caramel, sweet. There's fruit in it. Very nice. And niche, there are some pricey niche fragrances, but again, niche is only defined by what it is that the fragrance house does. That means that niche fragrances, niche houses only make perfume. They don't make clothes, they don't make handbags, they don't make any of that. They only make perfume. So there are some pricey niche houses, but there are some very cheap niche houses as well. They're just not often spoken of. But niche is only defined by that one small fact right there, that they only make perfume. So I have purchased some niche fragrances, for very cheap that are actually very nice fragrances. A frag free lotion and spraying your fragrance into that. Now, you know what? I've tried that. I have actually tried adding my fragrance into, actually I did it with Eucerin, and it smelled kind of funny to me. So I never did that. That didn't work for me. And I haven't smelled Clinique Black. I'm gonna have to try that. Oh, Roja Dove Ouds. Fred the Jammer. I like Sweetie Oud, Amber Oud. I think that Amber Oud is probably one of the nicest fragrances I have ever smelled. Amber Oud is just breathtaking, in my opinion. A New Day, Rose Elixir, Rose's Musk, and Al Rehab Choco Musk. I have Choco Musk. Probably the best $5.99 I ever spent in my life. That is a very nice one. It smells so good, and it's good by itself, but it's also good for layering. So you guys, there you go. If you're looking for cheap, well, I won't even necessarily say cheap, but more affordable niche fragrances, Al Rehab. My best perfume lotion. Michelle, are you speaking of one that's already scented or one that is unscented? Because if you're speaking of one that's already scented, I think I really like my Killian lotions. I think that that's one thing that Killian has really done a good job of in this past year, and that is create those lotions. Straight to Heaven and Good Girl Gone Bad. I absolutely adore those. I'm waiting for a Back to Black lotion, Killian. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but and Centaur fragrance. Amazon is a reseller platform. Absolutely. And I have smelled Delana exclusive. Exclusive. And I think that fragrance net, I actually, this is the first time I've actually purchased off of Lucky Scent when I bought the Messy Sexy. But a lot of people purchase fragrances off Lucky Scent. I've had a lot of people refer Lucky Scent to me. So And the gray market is great, but like I said, it's always still good to, go into the store, especially when it comes to trying things out and testing things. A perfume that stays on all day. Ooh, let's see. A perfume that I wear when I just want something that's gonna stay with me all day long. Oh, Bond number nine, Chinatown. If you like Chinatown, Chinatown lasts all freaking day long on me. And it's one of those fragrances that I never wear that without getting multiple compliments on it. Multiple compliments. Chinatown is absolutely gorgeous. Wow, 15 years, that's a long time to be away from fragrances. Oh, Christopher, you have 1821. 1821 is good. 1821 reminds me of Back to Black. Rose of No Man's Land. Rose of No Man's Land. Is that is that Frederick Mall? I want to say. Who is that, Christopher? Michelle, try. You definitely have to try the Killian lotion. And now they have Black Phantom. Oh, by Rito. By Rito. No, I have not smelled that one. Fred the Jammer. I love incense. Amouage actually is like they use a lot of incense in their fragrances. Some of my favorite Amouage fragrances have a lot of incense in them. I especially enjoy incense when it's in the dry down with some sweetness behind it. Incense can really be absolutely gorgeous. I think I was talking about Epic Woman, and that's what Epic Woman leaves me with, like this really sweet incense. It's so nice. So nice. House of Matriarch. Incense is absolutely gorgeous, I think. This um Oud Bouquet, at first I thought that it had incense in it, but it doesn't. If on first initial spray when I smelled it, I was like, okay, what is this doing? What is this doing? In the dry down, it really seems like there's some incense in there. Rose and patchouli. Now, I'm not really a patchouli girl. Like I don't go out looking for the patchouli. I, I can do patchouli in fragrances, and I won't necessarily shy away from something because it has patchouli in it. Um, but I would say my favorite rose fragrance is absolutely hands down Perfumista Avenue first, and then Portrait of a Lady, definitely second. And I used to be head over heels in love with Portrait of a Lady until I got Perfumista. Reality, Michelle Carr. So you know what? It's funny. I think about when we talk about fragrances, how we when we talk about old school type fragrances, I think there are some fragrances from my youth that like I go back and smell and I'm like, yeah, how did I ever wear that? But I saw somebody doing a video on Bob Mackie, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go get me some Bob Mackie because Bob Mackie was everything to me back in the day. And I want to smell it again and see if it's still like I remember it being. See, and in Chinatown, the patchouli is not what really stands out on my skin in Chinatown. It's like the tuberose gardenia thing that it's doing. Stefan Fragrance, exactly, Senator. That's exactly who had Bob Mackie. Tommy Girl, yeah. I remember Tommy Girl. Tommy Girl was awesome. Lagerfield is another one of those ones that I actually did a video. It was like one of my very first YouTube videos where all I did was old school fragrances, old school men's fragrances from like back in the day when I was in school and the memories that they, brought to me. So I did Cool Water, Liz Claiborne for him, of course Lagerfield, and Jupe. Those were the ones that I talked about in that video. So, and the ones I still enjoy, I still love to smell Jupe on my husband. Of course, I love Lagerfield. And Liz Claiborne, strangely, the bottle that I ordered, you can tell that the formulation has been retweaked, but it is still very nice. Because Liz Claiborne, for him back in the day, was everything. Avon Rookie. And of course, I was an Avon girl because my mother and all of my aunts, they all sold Avon. So early on before reformulations. Um, no, if I would have thought about ordering or having Liz Claiborne before they reformulated it, I would have definitely got it then. Oh, the Avon car bottles. Catch my whiff. You taking me to my grandpa's bathroom with that shelf where he had them all nice and neat. He had a gun. He had some cars, some uh those antique trucks, all cologne bottles. And of course, we would go in there and meddle with them. And Jacko by Lagerfield. I wonder, do they still sell that? I don't remember smelling that. Exclamation. Absolutely. Barry George Sand is a great rose patchouli. And I'm going to write that down. Barry. I have to write this down because I don't know how to find the comments again. So when there's stuff I need to try, you should think about recording that. I should. I should do that. That was a lot of fun for me. That was a lot of fun. What are the most overhyped perfumes in the perfume community? There are a few. There are definitely a few. Of course, everybody has their opinion about Creed Aventus. People think that Creed Aventus is overpriced, it's overhyped. I like Creed Aventus, but there are a lot of people who feel like, it's nothing. But that, I think Baccarat Rouge 540 is another one that is way overhyped. 540 is a nice fragrance, but I don't enjoy it. So, but that's one that people absolutely go crazy over. Creed is the king. I say it all the time. I think that if you're looking for versatility, Aventus. I did a video about Aventus where I wore it and I tested it one day and I got so many compliments from men, mostly from men, when I was wearing Creed Aventus. It was the strangest thing ever. So it's definitely a very mass appealing fragrance. So, do I remember Drakkar, Christopher? Absolutely. I used to date a guy that wore Drakkar. Santal 33 by Lalabo is overrated. um, what was the one I said the other day that I just didn't understand? Another 13. Everyone loves another 13. And I feel like maybe something is wrong with me because I don't understand. I don't get another 13. Do I think it smells nice? I think it smells nice, but I don't I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. Taffy. I don't know what's going on with another 13. And Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy, of course, is overhyped now because of Rihanna. And like I told people, I was wearing that before most people knew what By Killian was. And I don't ever recall it being a highly complimented fragrance on me. I really don't. I don't recall it. I think it's nice. It's a nice fragrance, don't get me wrong. It's heavily sweet. Um but I don't recall it being one of my most complimented Killians. In fact, Back to Black and Intoxicated and Forbidden Games are my three most complimented Killian fragrances, probably. 540, yeah, 540 just does not do it for me, Rebecca. I feel left out because most other people really love it, but I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Some events just last longer. Now, that's the whole batch code thing. I believe it is that I don't understand the whole batch code thing with Creed Aventus either, but I guess different batches are better than other batches. You know what? I actually really do like Aventus for her, which has like I believe green apple in it is what it has. I think it's very nice. I don't like it as much as I like for him, but Aventus for her is actually really nice. Florissimo, Princess Oud, Flores Gardenia, The Rabbit Hole. JM, I don't have anything from Nishane. I do not. What do you recommend from them? Oh, I'm drinking red wine. Fan Your Flames. I've seen that one in the groups before. Fan Your Flames. I've tried 12 batches before 2016. Hey, Best Brands, how are you? So before 2016. And so tell me, is it a noticeable difference? Like when you smell it, you say, oh no, this is the new stuff, and oh no, this is definitely the old stuff. Demi did not like it. What's that? Aventus for her? Hey, Crystal. No, I haven't tried any Thomas. What is that? Kasmala? Hasivat and Fan Your Flames. Masculine tobacco. I like tobacco, but I like my tobacco with some honey. Y'all know that if I can get it. I like my tobacco with a little bit of sweet. That's just like leather. How this? Mm-mm. No, no. Ginger, bergamot, and sandalwood. I love a ginger note. I love ginger. Yes, tap the like button. If you in here, tap the like button. If you have a like button on your screen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Someone told me I never say that. I'm going to start saying that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I have Zerjoff Naxos. It's absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Now, Crystal, have you worn Idol? I'm dying to know what you think about it. Metalik, is there performance issues with Metalik? I don't think Metalik has performance issues on me. I think Metalik lasts quite a while on my skin. I have not worn Metalik in the cooler weather yet, but I wore it all summer long. I was kind of stuck on Metalik. And so I don't think it has performance issues on me. I absolutely enjoy it. Christian, I'll bring you a vial of it this weekend. I have to come get some shea butter. Christian of Best Brands Fragrances, he actually lives in St. Louis. He's like one of the few people that actually live here in St. Louis. He has a YouTube channel as well. So it's Best Brands Perfume. So is there anybody else in here in St. Louis, Missouri? I think the closest I've seen someone has been like Kansas City. Big Gib, you're in St. Louis? Well, hello, neighbor. I always want to get together with people and smell stuff. So, if you're in the St. Louis area, by all means, email me. We'll have a smell date. You bring some smell, I'll bring some smell. We get together on it. Delwood. Oh, I know where that's at. Anita Andrews in Dallas. Anita, you're where it's probably still warm at. We're here suffering badly. Yes, tell your aunt to check me out. Now I'm not from St. Louis, but I have lived in St. Louis for 8 years now. Almost 8 years. Oh, Rebecca, more than words. I have a decant of more than words. I'm waiting for the right moment to wear it. I'm waiting. Yes, Christopher, I need to do that. Christopher, where are you located? You think they would all come here? Oh, you don't like that. You don't think the aldehydes are strong enough. That's the part I love the most about Metalik is the aldehydes. Just that metally thing is so sexy to me. I love it. Love it. Tennessee, that's not far. We're always in Memphis. If you build it, they will come. I need to work on building it then. My best house of oud. Ooh, my favorite is probably Almond Harmony. Is my absolute favorite. I have Almond Harmony. I have Dates Delight, Breath of Infinite, and Great Pearls. And I would have to say I love Almond Harmony the most. It's the one I wear. mostly northeast. That's a guess. There are a lot of them on the East Coast and on the West Coast. In between, I think closest to me, there are a lot of people that live in Atlanta. So Tasmania in the tri-state. 12 hour Kristen, 12 hours. He said you're not far from St. Louis. 12 hours by car. That's long. My husband and I drove to Atlanta in, I think, like August, and that was worse. Actually, it turned into a 12-hour drive because it was on a holiday weekend and we were constantly stuck in traffic. I said I could never do that again. I got to get on a plane. South of Atlanta. The Chanel exclusives. Do you guys like anything from it? I'm actually going to be trying some of those because I keep hearing a lot about them. I'm gonna try some of those out and see how they are. Very little talk about the town about the exclusives. You're right. I don't have an iPhone, Christian. I have an Android, but yeah, I do. So I just use my iPhone and then I have my laptop so that I can see the comments because for some reason the comments, if I have my phone in landscape, the comments don't show up on my phone. So I use my computer. Black gold, yes, I have. It's in a discovery kit that I have. And it's actually one of the nicest ones in the discovery kit. That and what's the purple? I actually bought Intense Cafe based upon what was in that discovery kit. Discovery kits are the way to go. Whenever you can get a discovery kit, you can get anywhere from I just bought a House of Sillage discovery kit that actually has 10 different sample vials in it. And I think I paid about $60 for 50 or $60, but get a discovery kit because you can try several different fragrances from a house for cheap and then you can decide exactly what fragrance you're going to buy. So, all right, we'll see you later, Christian. And Heather, have a nice evening. And so I just realized it's 10 o'clock. So time goes by so fast when you're doing this. So again, another fun week. And thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. And until I see you guys again, remember if I missed anything that you asked me, just come back when this is over, leave it in the comment section so that I can answer the questions. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And until I see you again, be blessed and bye for now.